Hello there and welcome to Infernal's Cantina. Today's main topics are of course going to be going over some of the new LEGO leaks, which are of course the new promotional set of the Yoda's lightsaber, and of course some older Star Wars games such as The Force Unleashed and The Old Republic. Now our first topic here is of course stuff about the Leoda's lightsaber. This lightsaber was only leaked today, so it's pretty new and it looks incredible. Unfortunately, it's a giveaway set or like a promotional set only if you buy, I'm pretty sure it's the Mos Eisley Cantina UCS set, which is at least £300 odd or dollars, and it's a weird way to try and get it, but if you really wanted to get like the Cantina itself, then it's a very nice promotional gift to get along with that. I'm pretty well, it doesn't include the Yoda minifigure, but it includes his lightsaber, and I'm pretty sure it's either a sticker on a modified 4x6 plate. It looks printed, but I'm pretty sure it's a sticker, just the same as all the other promotional sets that we've had in the past couple of years. The actual lightsaber itself is on a stand, which also looks very, very interesting, especially with the way it kind of holds the lightsaber in place. But the actual lightsaber itself, it looks very, very accurate to Yoda's lightsaber. It obviously has very nice curves to it. It doesn't have any gaps or anything like that, and it actually looks very, very sleek and is probably to scale in terms of Yoda's hand, which is reasonably small, so you could probably expect the lightsaber to be at least half the size of a regular lightsaber. But yeah, overall it's a very, very nice or very, very cool kind of promotional gift with the Mos Eisley Cantina. Now on to our second topic here. We are of course going to be talking about The Force Unleashed. Now the Force Unleashed, originally released in 2008, it was a really, really fun game, and actually was kind of a bit gory at times because unlike the Jedi Fallen Order, I'm pretty sure Jedi Fallen Order was kind of based off of the Force Unleashed, but Force Unleashed had like this kind of gory side to it where you could obviously chop off Stormtrooper's head, basically dismemberment. You could fully throw a Stormtrooper against the wall and throw them out the window, or you could make a ship crash into them, and it was actually a really, really fun game. Its main character was of course Starkiller, also known as we later on get to find out. His real name is Galen Merrick. There we go. Got that eventually, but he is basically the son of two Jedi after Order 66. Vader obviously kills the kid's parents and then essentially brings up Starkiller to be his personal apprentice in order to help him defeat the Emperor, because after Anakin was burnt, or Vader was burnt, he obviously lost like 20% of his original full power, which I don't think is necessarily enough to help him kill Palpatine. If he retained his 100% full potential, then yes, he would be able to defeat him. But I'm pretty sure because of Palpatine's safety procedures with Vader's suit, which includes him being able to strike Vader with lightning and basically immediately kill him. So basically a conductor of electricity. But continuing on, we obviously find out that he's been raised on the Executor Star Destroyer, which is the Super Star Destroyer. And he is tasked to hunting down all these Jedi in order to prepare him for basically defeating the Emperor. And as you go through it, you get to see that he kind of falls to the light, and then because they do no eclipse, which is his lover, he kind of goes in between a grey Jedi and a little bit more towards the Sith, because he was a little bit darker, but not entirely dark. And spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game, it's at least 12 years old. Highly recommend you play it, but he obviously eventually gets his chance to defeat the Emperor. He just about does it, but unfortunately the Emperor is a little bit too powerful, and he basically sacrificed himself to save his friends, because his friends were all captured, which included like Bail Organa and a couple of other rebel leaders that we see later on in the trilogy. But he obviously comes back in The Force Awakens 2. He's more or less a clone of him, but he obviously sacrifices himself. Palpatine overdoes him, and giant explosion, he dies. He just about also killed Vader, which is incredible because he's only like in his early young adult kind of years, and he was just about able to throw or kill like 20 to 30 years old Vader, who has an awful lot of experience and basically fully raged. But because of Starkiller's lightning and his force powers, etc., for about that time he was extremely powerful, and therefore was able to just about almost defeat the Emperor as well as Vader himself. But the second game that we have here, well, before we dive into the second game, the Force Unleashed originally did have one set, just one lonely Lego set, released in the year of 2008, once again. It included a battle damaged Raider, which I have in my collection somewhere. It included Starkiller and obviously Juno Eclipse. The ship was an interesting one. It was basically the main ship that you see in the game, but it's not necessarily pleasing, like aesthetically pleasing, because it kind of looks all over the place. But yeah, that's just my personal preference of that, and it probably goes for a lot now, but yeah. But the second game that we will be talking about here is, of course, the Old Republic. What is a Star Wars game, or the Star Wars gaming community, without the Old Republic? Or KOTOR, whatever you want to say it. But the main one that I'm focused on is the 2011 Old Republic game. We obviously got a couple of sets in these from like 2012, 2013, such as the Sith Fury class Interceptor and the... what do you call it? My mind's went blank. The Jedi class Defender, Jedi Defender class cruiser. They were both very big, well, reasonably sized sets. They also included exclusive minifigures such as Darth Malgus, which is a really amazing detailing on him, and he's just absolutely incredible and goes for a lot. It's basically like Darth Revan. He goes for like 50 odd pounds sealed in the polybag. But you also get the Jedi Defender class cruiser, which is basically a Republic frigate, but kind of scaled down a bit into like an Old Republic era version. Included a couple of exclusive minifigures such as two Jedi Apertures, a Jedi Counselor and a Jedi Defender, or Jedi Knight 1 and 2. And then a couple of Sith minifigures, which is really cool. But the actual game itself, I've never played. I would obviously like to play it, but I'm pretty sure it's for PC only, which is a bit disappointing. But it was obviously really excited or hyped for it in the beginning, and it's still running to this day, the game. It's been running for at least 9 years, which is a very long time for a game to run. And it's actually still very popular to this day. But going on to our third topic here, we will of course be going over the Benton himself, Jango Fett, who is kind of creeping up on my favourite characters list, and always has been, probably because of he's extremely coveted in the LEGO community as a LEGO minifigure in general, due to like the metallic printing on his helmet and his armour, etc. It's just an overall really nice minifigure. He also came in a £20 set, which I kind of regret buying not in 2013, but yeah. The character itself has been kind of nerfed down in canon. Now, comment in the comments below whether you guys think Jango Fett should be classed as a Mandalorian, because in canon he was born on Concord Dawn, which is the moon of Mandalore. And for some reason he's not really classed as a Mandalorian, more like a Mandalorian protector. But in Legends he was full on Mandalorian. He was raised by Jaster, I can't remember his second name, but he was a real Mandalorian fighting against the Death Watch, and yeah, he overall has like a really nice backstory. And if you look at like Meta Nerd's video of his full complete video canon version of Jango Fett story, I'll leave a link in the description to that, but go check it out and you'll probably learn a couple of things too about the vast galaxy of Star Wars. But yeah guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Of course, if you do like the content you see here, please go and subscribe. And yeah, I'm a Brother Bricks. Peace out.